So, first of all, it's nice to be back on a stage and not in front of a laptop for doing these kind of talks. Especially, I think the part of where everybody comes together is so fruitful for discussions. Another disclaimer that I have to make is I'm not a sustainability expert, and I'm also not a printed electronics expert. I'm a process engineer at COATEMA, formerly titled R&D manager. So take everything with a grain of salt. This is the experiences that we as a machine manufacturer do in the realms of printed electronics over the last 15 years. So first of all, what am I talking about today instead of just printed electronics, more sustainable? The general problem of sustainability that we encounter, I think, is waste. There's, of course, more problems, but I have 15 minutes or 20 minutes to fill and not several days of discussing problems with sustainability in our society. So I will focus on the waste problem, and I will show 4 roads to success, as we want to call it. First of all, what is the kind of materials that we choose for our printed electronics devices, then new materials, new processes, and new functionality, and how this can make printed electronics more sustainable. However, first I have to introduce my company, or the company that I work for, a bit. COATEMA Coating Machinery is quite an old company. We exist since nearly 50 years, and we've started with textile machinery, but early in the 90s, our owner at that point of time decided that we should go for more high-tech markets because of the competition from Asia and so on. We usually do coating, printing, and laminating with our machinery. Everything is made in Germany, and our basically main focus is to go from laboratory scale to fabrication scale. So this means 100 millimeters, very small width, up to 5 meters. I can't show 5 meters, sorry, in coating. We are now, since 3 years, part of the ATH, a holding based in Hamburg, which also Grönat, another machine manufacturer, and Drytech, a dryer manufacturer, is part of. Like I mentioned earlier, our vision usually is to take something as early as the laboratory scale, take it to the pilot scale, usually in the terms of several years, and then hopefully go into the production. If you look into the markets, and I just put them into the hype cycle, don't be offended if things are, for example, in the trough of disillusionment that you're working on. But these are all the topics that we're working on at COATEMA, and this is something that we have to do as a small company because we can't rely only on one market and deliver machinery for one market. We do a lot of R&D. At the moment, we have 10 R&D projects running, and 2 of them I will show here some results because they are based on the sustainability of production technology. To do all of these wonderful things at COATEMA, we have to have some form of machinery on our own and also use this machinery. So we have a big R&D center, supposedly the biggest one in Europe for roll-to-roll coating, 1,200 square meters. We have usually 10 to 12 units of machinery, depending what we build new and what gets sold at certain points of time. We can go with sheet-to-sheet coating from 300 millimeters times 500 millimeters. That's the maximum size. And with roll-to-roll, we can go up to 500 millimeters in width, and from speeds from 0.1 meters per minute up to 100 meters per minute with our newest machinery. So now we go to the topic of this talk, and this is waste. You can see here wonderful blue water and then a super disgusting beach. We don't want to see these pictures more often. However, we have to show it, and I can show you why. This is just the plastic waste of the European Union, so not Asia, not Northern America or the Americas. And we can see here that especially with packaging materials, we have a lot of cardboard. Nice, this is a recyclable material. However, 20% of all of the packaging materials are plastics. And if you look at the plastic waste generation in 2015, I actually have to look at the number a little bit more. So the other way around, of most of the plastics are used in packaging. And the